Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Miran. I'm coming from tourist agency Condor Travel. Today I was asked to stress out or point out and share with you some difficulties on approaching. Yes, of course, like this. I think.
Okay, now we're good.
Better? Okay, I was switched off actually. Okay, trying to share with you some difficulties and good sides of approaching the new markets and difficult markets as China is, and maybe some point out the stress our problems on the way hitting the new markets when we have problems with visa regime, with stiff and tough bureaucracy. And just to tell you on some points we hit and have problems about it, and that's why we are especially precautious and very carefully planning the entry to the China market. First of all, we are trying and competing with other markets and the other competitors on the East markets for 10 years now. Started with Middle East, with Kuwait, with Qatar. It is a little bit easier about visa regime and still tough. But actually when we hit India, problems with special requirements for asking government people which they were traveling to Slovenia on some educational trips to get proof of that they are not convicted, everything stopped. So that's why we lost a major market for us 4 years ago and never recovered. Still in process of recovering. And also next thing, what we have a problem, it was closing the embassy. It was a very big embassy in Iran over the night, so to say. So in January we found out that in March the embassy will be closed. Why I'm telling you this? Because when you're planning and when you are trying to enter the market and trying to, and actually putting yourself in doing programs, making good programs, involving in all your money, and suddenly over the nights without any information, you are without market. So to speak, without money. So before entering China, we tried to get good good point of view and good view into the visa regime, and what we found out that only few tourist visas were issued through Slovenia market, and we know Slovenia embassy, sorry, and we know that all the other countries, as Austria and especially Austria, it's very tough giving to our clients visas approval to come to Slovenia. So what we did in China, we had a good experience. At the first place, in the year 2011, we were lucky, and with the good help of one of the lobbyists, my friend Gorath Fras, and that time economic advisor in China, Premier China, we got the opportunity to make a big presentation to one of the big tour operators in China. They have about 250 agencies and selling points over to China. And with good help with my friend Rita Zhao, she's a very well-known tourist journalist in China, we made the presentation basically overnight. In 7 days we started, we got this opportunity. We started to prepare programs. Actually, we just modified with these major points that they are good for Chinese travelers, and with a good presentation we were chosen one. So we got the business. Actually everything was fine, everything was done. The president of the company delivered us and pointed out the contact person. They already called us, and then the problem starts. The guy went to our embassy, and information that I have, he'd been very rude, trying to get visa with a very unpolite manner, and everything stops. So visa was not issued, and because of the shame and, let's say, bad face, the owner and president of the company stepped out of the business. So this happened to us in 2011. That's why I'm telling you this, because Even you think that you have all the business in the world, some things can unexpectedly appear, and it happened. It happened against because of the personality of one person, and maybe personality on the other side of somebody who is accepting the person. So that's why we started on our own, and we went in 2012 in April the first time to join the tourist board at the fair in China, in Beijing. And with a good point of view inside of China with Rita, I came to the point that it's worthless to go like, I don't know, Don Quixote and fighting with the windmills, because without good connections, without a good personal contact, we are not going to achieve anything in China. And it was a good step out, and that's why that time we stopped approaching China till this year. Till this year, why? Andrei came to me and shared with me a good idea how to approach China, how to join forces on ex-Yugoslavia market and in this region, and I really appreciate it. And I feel that this combination can really work out. Why? Because it will start on sharing information, so it will start and we will go on selling points where we can really hit the market inside the China. So, and then also we had, I will give you one example why I still think that it's better to get on going with niche products than like classical tours, and try to convince clients to stay in Slovenia at least 4 or 5 days. That is our goal. So small groups are the niche. Small groups with combination of kind of business like tourist trip or sports or students in combination of trip is going very well. So what we did this time is join forces with one of the company called Arts Wine from Slovenia. They're selling wine in China, and they asked us to prepare a program for Slovenia. Of course, we didn't exclude neighboring big cities like Budapest, Vienna, and Venice, but we managed to keep them in Slovenia for 5 days. In these 5 days, they've been traveling from Maribor to Celje, Ljubljana, Bled, and all the area, down to Postojna, Lipica, to Riška Brda. So actually they've seen most of the parts, many parts. And what is the best of this journey it was, they actually came close to, to the people. They came close to our backyards. They meet families at home, taste the good food we make, and meet nice people, what we are, and we are good at it. And also we had a good opportunity to have a contact with some of the hotels, like for example Hotel Betnava in Maribor, which they have a good management and they are listening of your expectation. Actually, we are trying to give them what kind of expectation clients will have when they come to Slovenia. And they were listening and they were preparing the meals in a way these clients wanted to have at that particular time. It was, for example, it was about the fish this time. And they prepared it their way, give them some noodles in the room, and it was such a good feedback that I cannot tell you. They were so happy. It was a little small thing to do it, and it was a big hit. So it was the first night in Slovenia, so all next nights it was easy with them. So they accepted everything what we gave them, as Mr. Warling said. We gave them a feeling that they are more than ordinary tourists for us. And this is what counts to Chinese clients. They need to have an experience, to feel good, and to be treated nice. So, at the end of the day, without the good guides, I'm telling you, not good guys, but guides, and I was one of them for 16 years, I know that it's not possible to reach all these standards we are trying to put ourselves on. And these clients from China, this time, we were lucky they were speaking English, so we could give them really the best. Not all of the best guides here speaking Chinese, unfortunately. But if there is a size of 16 people max, for me this is still a small group, we can always give them a Chinese interpreter. But sometimes in interpretation, some things can get lost. But anyhow, it's more personal touch. Even we try to communicate among each other in English. This is my opinion. So my call to you, my dear colleagues, or people from ministry government, is to join forces once for all, and try to do something together. Especially try to listen to each other, and maybe to get marketing points together to find the solution where we are going to hit China. China, as we know, it's too big to try to marketing all of them. But to find a place where we are going to have our nest, to get our embassy there and our consulate, and to try to get maybe more than 15,000 Chinese travelers to Slovenia as it was last year. And with this, try to hit more than 13% of brutto income we do in tourism business. So my thing is that sharing of information is the possibility to plan good, work better, also get more knowledge of each other, get good results, better results, and to be prepared if any kind of visa regime changes or political changes which might hit our income of tourism and of course our brutto income. Thank you very much for your attention.